team, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's add some music. Let me set this. So, welcome to today's session. Today I'm going to be building something. Let me tune it. All right, much better. Us. Let's start with a quick introduction. I'm Marvy Scoarts, and here I make funny, relatable videos, and I also share some DIY crafts. All right, I think the tune is better now. So, building something which is more like a ribbon. It's not more like, it is a ribbon. So far, for those who don't know me, hi, I'm Marvy Scoarts, and welcome to today's live session. As you may have noticed in the title, we are going to be building a ribbon. Now, I already went out to get a new yarn. I mentioned in the previous live streams that I found a new place to get the yarn, so it will not be much of a trouble. Although we still have some leftovers from the previous yarns that I've been using, so these are just some of them. Yeah, so these are some of the craft designs that we've made with our crocheting. This is the flower pattern. I already showed you how you can go about with it. This is a flower pattern, and then I made a replica, a bit small. This design, I made it to be like more like a clover kind flower style. And then I have this one. It's been a while. This one is more like a mini bag. That part is ripping, no problem. So I made like a mini of it. This is what we have. We are going to be building something more like a ribbon style, and these are some of the few ones I want to show you for those who have not yet seen me before. Hello, how are you doing? How is your day going? So these are some of the ones that we've been working on for a while. So let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay. Hi. So let me know in the chat where you're joining us from. I want to use this color for the ribbon. All right. So let me know where you're watching from, and be sure to like and subscribe to show your support for this channel. So to get started with, I already have my knitting pin right here, and of course the yarn. So this style is more like a ribbon style. How to go about with it. First of all, we will make a loop for our the color. We'll make a loop for our starting point. Then I'll tighten it like so. All right. Then I would roll it like this. I'm going to make about 40 chains. All right. So I'm going to make 40 chains. Hopefully you all can see it. Like so. 1, all the way to 40. So I'm going to be counting for a while. 2, 3, I'll make sure it's not too light. 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so all the way to 40. 12, 13, 14, 15. Hi Samuel, how are you doing? 16 and 17, 18, 19 and 20. Just a second so that we move the 20. Hi Malik, how are you doing? How is your day going? 20. All right, so I've made about 20. We need at least 20 more for the ribbon. So I'm crocheting a ribbon style. I'm going to make another one. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Hi, Enoch Wani. Hopefully, I got it right. Hi, Tuovo Pro. Welcome, welcome. So, I've gotten about 30, but I want the length to be around 40, the length of our ribbon. So, that would mean like 10 more. Let's go. 31, 32, 33, 34, 5, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Wow, this is a long chain that we've made so far. Look at it. So I'm going to now start. So if you are following along, that would be nice. You can use any color you want. I'm using this one. I just got this one recently, so I want to start with this one. So you can use any color that you want, but this is what I'm using. All right, so this is it. 40 chains. I counted it. Hi Manina Live, how are you doing? Welcome. So I'm going to start. There's what they call a slip hook. All right, so it means you sort of slip in, like into here, the first part right here, and then you take this yarn and drag it out. So it's called a slip hook. All right, and then you just take another yarn and pull it out. So it's called a slip stitch. So I'm going to do that for all 40. All right, so this ribbon of ours is going to look pretty at the end, even though I chose brown color, but I believe it will be very nice. So I'm going to do the same for this next ones, a slip for all of them. So that's what we'll be doing for all of them, and we'll start from it. For those joining us, hi, how are you doing? How is your day going? We are building a ribbon, so we are in the slips part, the stitching part. So I am putting it into each of the loops. So far I made about 40 chains, so I'm putting it into each of them, and then I pull out with the yarn so that we'll be able to get our design. So let me push it again for all of them. So this would require patience so that we'll be able to get it all done. All right, so the slip hook gently is how we'll be doing it. All right, so for those who saw the last design I made with the Caribbean bag, the process has improved a lot. At least it's much better. And the other bag, we're almost done with the handles. There's some adjustments that need to be made, so that's why it took a lot longer time, but nonetheless it's getting better. So that's how you go about with it. For the Caribbean style, some say they love the style for the Ludo style. I showed how you can go about with it, although I've not yet made like a huge tutorial on it. It was just simple project that I showed with you. I've already done that Ludo style already, but I've not yet like brought it out to show you that this is how you go about with it. But don't worry, in subsequent live streams I'm going to show you how you can get started with that Ludo, so that you'll be able to know how to go about with it. So for today it's the ribbon style that we're going for. Why is this part so stubborn? So that's what I'm going to do. So this way I'm going to take it all the way to the end, and I'm going to show you step by step each process that I've done so far. So it will take a while, but we'll get it eventually. So for those joining us, welcome, welcome. How is your day going? So nice to have you here. And you can also let us know in the chat. You could say hi. I'll be sure to give you a shout out. All right. All right. So we'll have to make it to not be too slim, too wide. So depending on how you want your ribbon to be like, if you want it to be not too long, you can just follow this 40 chain style, because it's going to be a ribbon. I want it to be one for the bow and one for the tail. That is how I'm designing it. One for the bow and one for the tail. Hi Charles Richies, how are you doing? How is your day going? All right. So is the slip hook that we are currently on. So for those who are new, welcome. I'm usually a huge fan of crafts design, so yeah, I love making things. And if that is something that you also love to do, designing stuffs, creating it, that is really nice. It's nice to meet you. Aha. It's getting much better now. I think since it's a new yarn, so my hands are still trying to get used to it. If it were with the other ones, I already used to it, but since it's a new yarn, so it's taking a while before, but I'll get the hang of it soon. All right, much better now. So we've gotten to a very long part. We're almost done with it now. All right. So these are the ones that I did last time, the flower crochet styles. All these mini styles are the ones that I love to make. The flower style, I showed you how to go about with it, and someone tried theirs out and sent it to me. I was like, wow, that was really nice, because it shows that a lot of you really do love those designs. So I decided, let's try a new one, and this time we are trying the crocheting style for the ribbon, so that it will be much better. We've done a lot for flowers design, we've done for bags. That's with our Ludo style. I did this one, although this one is a while back. Yeah, so I used it to keep things like jewelry, earrings and stuff. So, and it's sort of like the same color, so I think that's what made me to choose this color instead of like wine color. So I just chose the color that I used for the other one, and that's much better. So if you are working on your own, you can use any color that you want. You can use so far I've seen a shade of red or wine color, or you could decide to use white for ribbon, depending on how you want the style to be like. You can use wine, you can use blue. I have blue, but I want to try this new one that I got. So you can use wine, you can use blue, whichever one you want to use, you are free to do so. This is what we have. You see, it's getting better now. So I'm going to complete it quickly. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm going to do this to the end, and once I'm done with the end, I'll show you what next we move further to, so that we get our ribbon. So I'm making one for our bow, you know, the bow shape style. Then we'll make another one for the tail. Then I'll show you what we do next. Why is this thing stubborn? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So it's very important not to make a single mistake here. If not, that would mean that we'll have to restart go back and redo it again. So I'm trying to check so that I'll not make any mistakes right here. It's very important. So now, if you are working on your own, all right, so that you don't have any sort of openings, as you can see, mine is all smooth. So it's very important, if you're doing it, you tighten it, sort of not too tight, all right, just give it a bit of tightening so that it would be smooth and it will not be too loose, all right. So that's what I'm aiming at right here. So for those joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are someone who loves crafts design as I do, please be sure to give a like, and you could also let us know in the chat where you are watching from, or you could say a hi. All right, so nice to have you here. So for the bead making, I have already gotten, I showed you all the current one that we are on right now. It is the purse. That's what I stopped at with the bead style. For the Caribbean bag, you already saw it. But for the bead making, I am currently at the purse. So I'm waiting to get a new shade of our bead for that one. But for the beaded designs, we are currently on our purse. Yeah. So when I saw this design for the ribbon, at first I was like, okay, I'm going to try it out, and it was really cute, the design that I saw. So I said, let me try this one out as a different style that we have. We've already done a lot of other crocheting styles, and I was like, wow, we can go with this one. This one would be really, really nice, and it is looking better, although I'll have to straighten it at some point, but nonetheless, it's okay. So I have to make it straighten it out so that it doesn't have this sort of bent here and there. So you, first of all, for those who are joining, we are making a slip style. So we put this hook right there and take the yarn out, and then we take this yarn out again. So that's how we're going forward with it, and we are almost done right here, just a few more and we'll be done. Okay. All right. And wow, we've gotten so far. We've gotten so far, honestly speaking. This is getting better. So this is for the first chain. We did for 40. Now I am making a slip style for it, for the first part. So we are almost done. We need to be careful so that it doesn't remove. Let me hold on tight to it, because if everything cuts off, that would be a real mess. It means the whole work we've put forth now, this is what we have, it's removed. So let me put this so that it's tightened. All right. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I think it's okay. So this is almost done. And we're almost done. Just 4 more. Wow, so we've done 36 so far. Wow, we're already almost done with this part now. All right. Really, I don't know why the ending would want to misbehave. Aha. Turning the ordinary into a ride. This is our life, who could ask for more? So this part I have to be very careful so that it doesn't remove, because the first loop is right here at the starting point. So I have to be very, very careful right here. It's a story untold, turning love into brand. Aha, and we are at the ending already, right there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So we need to be very careful right here. This is the final part, so let me pay close attention. Okay, this is how I started it. All right, finally the last one right there. This is it. Turning the ordinary into a ride. Acting a laughter galore. This is our life. Who could ask for more? Just a minute so that we don't make mistake right here. Aha. Aha. Now, if you're starting in crocheting, it's very important to hold on tight, but don't make it to be too tight, all right? And if you notice that you have made a mistake and you are going back, if you want to know if it's all good, when you are crocheting and you pass it and then pull it out, once it's free, then you will know that, like this, once it's free like this, freely, without any glitch or anything, then you know that, yeah, you've gotten it right. So here we have it right here. So far, this is what I've gotten, the first part. Now, this is where we stopped, right? So I'm going to make one loop like this, and then I will turn to this side. This is where we are. This is how you go about with it. I've done the first chain right here. I've been working up like this, so I am moving to this side, no longer here, this side. So I will turn it right here, and then we start working on it. So I have made one loop first so that we make for a round 2, and then I'll pass it in to the first one. All right, here it is. So I have to add some space so that I'll see exactly where it is, exactly as we did for the other side, but it will be much easier now because we have 40, but it's now much better. So this is it. Now we move all the way right there for each of them. Wait just a minute to be sure that we're not making any mistakes here. All right. Further with it. Ordinary into a ride. So it's going to be much better. So this is called the second chain that we are working on right now. The second chain, just like that to the end. Every day is a story until aha. This one is much better now. It's not like the other one that was at the starting point. So this is it. This is what we are forming. So I have to make sure it's not too wide. And then we move further to the next part, which is right here. All right. It. Dun, dun, dun. So once I'm done with the second part right here, and then I move to the end, I'm going to turn to the other side to make sure that the other side is also done. To do. Aha. It's much better than the starting point. It's getting much better now. Take a chance. Algorithm dance. Wow, look at what we've gotten so far. And because I've already worked it out, so I don't need to fear that it would lose from the start. So it's much better. Yeah. So we're moving over to the next part right there. YouTube right. All right. So very soon we'll be able to get a well-looking ribbon. Once I'm able to work on it, okay, so this is it. So I'm just waiting a bit. So. All right. So now, the second one is looking all good, almost done. It has the same shape as this one, yes, but it's not. If you notice, it has the same style for the handle, but I want to make this to be for the bow, as I mentioned. For those who are joining, hi WM, how are you doing? Welcome to today's session. How is your day going? Okay, let me go and get this ready. Just a second. All right. All right. I think it's a glitch. Hi, welcome back. Hopefully you all can still see me. I really don't know why it went off. Let me see. Hopefully you all can still see me. Hopefully. I really don't know. I think it's a I'm not quite sure. Okay, it's back on. So hopefully you all can see what we've done so far. This is where we are. Currently, we are making the second chain, and here we have it. So I'm going to quickly put it through all these parts right here, and then I'll show you how we move for the next chains right there. All right. Oops. So we will just slip it through here and then pass it through this next line and pull it out. That's how we are going to work on it. Hopefully you all can still hear me. I'll really appreciate if someone in the see me, because I don't know, it's glitching over here. All right, so there we are. This is it. The second part we've done. I think there was a glitch right here. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to put it right here. So the same way I did it, I'll turn it to the other side. So for those who are joining us, hi, welcome. Hopefully you all can see me. Like hopefully. So I'm done with this side, so I'm moving to the other side. So it's going to be like that, turning round. So I'm going to make for the third, another chain. After the last part, another chain for a new third row. So I'm going to move it through this first part here. All right. Our bow, that's what I'm working on, the bow aspect. And by the end of it all, we'll just put it like that. So it's much better than the beginning. So it's like they say, this beginning of the whole work is not always easy, but as time goes on, it gets much better. All right. So if you're using your own and you want to try like 2 different colors, that would be really nice. If you're trying for like colors on, yeah, some color combinations that I can suggest if you would like a suggestion, you can try any one. I've tried for blue and white. I've tried for yellow and red. I've even tried for just plain brown like this one. So you can also try that kind of color combination as well. Just a color combination so that it doesn't clash. You need colors that don't clash, colors that will actually work well together. And as you are working on it, you will notice that it's no longer as long as it's supposed to be. I'm talking about the ribbon right here. You notice that it's not that wide. You almost made a mistake. So it's not that at first. That's because it's already taking shape. So it's now much easier. Alright, so for each. Okay, we're back. Oh, right. Let me check. Hopefully, I've not missed any of your chats. Okay, we're back. So as you notice, it's getting thicker. It's no longer that single that we have. It's now getting thicker. So I want to make it to be like, this is the third. So let's say we give it 2 extra rows to give it that thick width, so that it will be great. Brown, I believe brown and gold would go well together. We even have other colors that would work well. Colors like lime or lemon color and royal blue, or we could just use white. Instead of royal blue, we could use white. So these are the colors that you can use for your own. Aha, it's much better now. Aha, this is what I like. All right. So I have to make sure that it's not loose. So that's why I'm just checking each part carefully. Aha, look at it. This is it. So we've done for the first, second. This is the third that we are currently on. And make sure it's not like, just make sure that it's not too light, but that you are able to hold it and it's easy to pull out, so that the yarn does not feel too squished. So if you notice that your yarn, if you're working on it, it's kind of tight instead of being free, then that could be a sign that there's a mistake. So you may have to check it out so that you'll be able to recognize what it is and fix it immediately. So we're still on the slip hook part right here. Aha, so this is the third one that we're working on. And then I'm going to show you for the fourth part, and then finally the fifth. So the moment I get to the ending, which is where we are now, slip hoop right at the top, right there. All right, so the moment I'm able to put it through right there, I'm going to do it like this. All right, this is it. This is it. So now I'm going to sort of make yet another loop out. This is going to be for our fourth part. So I'm going to keep it up until we get to the fifth row, where it to be very thick and okay. All right. So for those who are joining, and we are currently on the 4th row. So far, we started from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and here we are in the 4th row. There was a mistake inside the first part, but not to worry, I'll still work on it. This is it. So it's going to be in our ribbon format. I'll still show you how we move that one together. So the ones I've been crocheting for, they are the bag showed you. For those who have not yet seen it, here it is. It's the same color as this one, yeah, almost the same shade. Let me show it to you. It's almost the same shade. So this is the one that we are working on, and for today I'm making more like a ribbon style. All right, so we started by making a chain of 40 so that we will get the desired length for our ribbon. All right, so it's always important to check it out so that you will not make any mistakes. So I'm trying to check it out gently. Aha. So that we don't make any mistake right here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we're getting all the way there. Is much better. All right, this is the 4th one that we are on now. Okay. All right, let me just drag it out a bit. Easily push it in. Aha, much better. It's getting much better. So this is it. So we are moving for that. Just remains like 5 more for this part here, then we'll be done with the 4th row. Wow, we have come a long way here. So let me move it quickly. Aha. So it's the slip hook I'm using for each of them. So for each of them, the slip hook is what we are passing in. So the slip hook is what we are just following so far. All right. So unlike the starting point, this one is much better. Like, it's easier than at the first part where we were in. For those who joined us from the start, you'll notice that it's much easier. It's no longer like a bit difficult with the looping. It's much free now. Aha. Aha. So I've gotten it so far. Here we have it. Like a mini mat. Alright. So I have to go to the start, which is up here. And then moment I'm done with this part right here, then this is the bow part, okay? Then I'll make a loop. This loop, I'm going to turn it to the final part, which is this side. So I've made four. So this is the fifth one. After the fifth one, we would be done for the bow. So this is the last one I'm going for now. So I'm going to pass it through for the last section here. Alright. Gently, you pass it in, and then just like that. So I'm going to hold it gently like this. So it's very important that you don't make mistake with the counting, and as you do it, it sort of shrinks a bit because it's taking a full shape, but it's still the same. All right, so I'm going to complete it right here so that it's complete 5. Dun, 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 dun. So if you're trying your own out, it would be nice if you're working on your own. It will really be nice if you let me know the kind of color shades that you want to go for. If it is any of the color shades that I have mentioned, that would be nice. If it's the one that you want to use, if you want to make it unique for the style, that is also cool. So you can also let me know in the chat. For those watching the replay, you can also let me know in the comments. I'll be reading them to know, because that will be sort of like inspiration to know which other colors that you can use for your ribbon. All right, so we're almost done right here. So for each of these parts, I'm making more of a slip, and then I'll pull it out right there. All right, so
Woke up with a storm in my chest. Clouds hanging heavy, but I'm not stressed. I'm a fighter, baby. Can't knock me down. I wear my scars like a shining crown. I rise above it all.
oh, right. So I nearly missed that slip hook. I was wondering what went off now. So we need to be very, very careful right here. We're almost at the finishing parts. This is it. All right.
The fire burns and I've got no fear. Each bruise a badge, each wound a medal. I turn the chaos into something special. I rise above it all. I climb every wall. Can't make me fall. I rise above it all. I hear the call.
All right, we're almost done.
Even in the shadow,
All right.
Throw me in
The
the
final
deep.
slip hooks,
I'll
remaining
cross
two
the
left.
sea. No
It
one's
remains
gonna
just two
play
more.
the best of me. I rise above it all. I climb every wall. Dance loud, I stand tall. I'm unbreakable. Can't make me fall. I rise
Aha, and there we have it.
above. I
So here
ain't
it is.
coming.
Aha, for the bow. All right. So this is for the bow so far. Now I'm going to give this more like a really huge gap right here. So gently, because I'm going to need this yarn to do the work. A huge, about 30 centimeters tall. So I'm just going to measure it out. Really long. Okay, let me measure it here. All right. All right. Okay. So there we have it, right here. Now I'm going to show you how we will go about with it, because we have to make it to be in a bow format. All right, I'm going to show you how we go about with that one in the next live stream. All right, I'm going to show you that in the next live stream so that you'll be able to see how we can go about with it. So this is what we've gotten for the bow. I'm going to show you, we'll make the tail for the ribbon together, and then I'll show you how we combine it. So this is where we are stopping at. I made a very huge cut for this one. All right, so I'm going to save this and then keep it aside, and in the next live stream I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully um when it's next, I'll let you all know. Maybe in the community post I'll show it to you when we're going live, or I will let you know ahead of time. All right, so this is what we've gotten so far. All right, so thank you all so much for joining. For those who are watching, hi, how are you doing? I'm Marvy Scoarts, and here I share relatable content, and I also share case DIY stuffs. These are some. I have not shown you how I came about with this one. This one is really old, like a long time. I've not yet shown you this one, but we've been able to work on this one together. This flower style that I made with you all. This was the one someone said that she did hers with a different color, and it was beautiful. She showed me the picture, and I also showed you all this one as well. So this ribbon, we are also going to work on it together, and I'm really happy that I was able to spend time with you all during this part. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really appreciate your support. Please make sure to give a like and subscribe. It will really mean a lot. It will also help in building our community together. So thank you all so much for joining today, and I'll see you all in the next live stream. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Mwah.